Well, hello. Happy Tuesday tips. Welcome to Adorned by Jennifer. This edition, I have a very exciting announcement at the very end of this tips and tricks video. But prior to doing that, stay tuned because it's very exciting. But first of all, this theme is going to have to do with traveling. I don't know about you, but it seems like everyone I talk to lately is either going on a trip or has recently been on a trip this summer. And so I thought I would share some of the things that I do that make traveling a little bit easier. Now, I will say that traveling as a single person versus traveling as a mom is a whole different ball of wax. And so some of the things that I've come up with have been time-saving tools and stress-relieving tools for me personally to be able to handle some of the things so I can take care of everybody else. But one of the first things that I like to do is I have this bag, and I actually have a slightly different brand that I use, and I put the link, I will put the link online. But if you go to www.adornbyjennifer.com, all one word, adornbyjennifer.com, I have all of the links I'm going to share with you today already posted and already ready to go. So I purchased a bag similar to this. It expands, which is really great. And then it opens and it has many pockets that you can use, and it has this hanging tool so that you can literally hang it, which I personally find super helpful when you're in a hotel or you're staying in someone's home so you don't take over the whole counter space with your things. So I like to keep my toothbrush up high, my contact stuff, glasses, that kind of thing that I'm going to use frequently during the day. And then I have one compartment that I keep my makeup in, one compartment I keep my hair stuff, and one compartment I keep my medicine stuff in. And then you just roll it back together and it closes up very tidy. It zippers together, and then I keep my makeup brushes in the outside area. So that is a tool, a tip, a trick that I have come to really appreciate. Another thing that I like to do, I'm going to pull my little assistant table a little bit closer, is I've done this since I was a kid, but you get safety pins. How often are you traveling when you need a little safety pin for something? And what I do is I connect them on all of my zippers. So I just attach the safety pin on. So I have safety pins on my personal one. I have them on all of the zippers because you just never know what size you need. So it's an easy way to have safety pins always available for you. And so that is a little trick that I do. I even have that in my purse. It reminds me I need to add it here soon, but I keep them in my purse, and you just never know when you need a safety pin. So that's another little trick, always attach it to the zipper pull. Another thing that I like to do is use a toothbrush cover. I don't like the whole tube because sometimes it can get dirty and it just kind of grosses me out, but I do like a little kind that opens. I can put the toothbrush head in there and then I can close it, and then when I get home I can clean it out as well because I can access the inside. Sometimes they're concave or they're like hard and you can't get in there very well, but I like that these can open. I linked something similar to this as well. Another thing that I like to do is use TSA friendly size containers to put my hair gel or my shampoo or conditioner, yada yada, in. I linked a pair of like a whole set, a collection that I don't personally have. I'd like to have it, but I just get the cheapo things like at Walmart. But one of the problems about the Walmart ones is that they all look identical, and I have been known to put hair gel in my hair thinking it was shampoo. And what I like about the kit that I link on Amazon is that each tube looks slightly different, so you can tell what is in what container. So I think that's handy. I also like that it has different sizes. So some things you need more product than others, and you don't necessarily need a big tube. And I also like that they have little pill containers, so you don't have to take all of your medicines. You can just have, a couple of Tylenol, a couple of ibuprofen, anything that you might need if you're doing physical activity or something like that. It's nice to have a couple of things like that on hand if you like that, if you take medicine like that. So those are a couple of things that I personally do. I also shared with you a couple of videos back. I had a guest on with the Saint makeup brand, and Sarah Smith is my consultant that I purchase things through, and I absolutely love the Saint products. But I got a small Saint container, and mine's kind of messy because I didn't clean it up, but I just have what I need in it. It's double stacked, so I have my eyeshadows, I have my blush, I have my tanner, my highlighter, my bronzer, and this little tiny packet. And a lot of times I'll even throw this in my handbag and my purse to carry to make sure it doesn't get damaged. But it fits nicely in this bag. It doesn't take hardly any space, and it has a mirror in it, which I also like. So one of the tips and hacks that I would suggest for traveling, which is what I personally do, is I have a set of things that I get ready with, and then I have a set that's always packed and ready to go. So my bag is actually full. I purchased this to give as a gift, and I didn't like the quality of this. So I like the one that I linked is the one that I like. So I'm gonna exchange it and get the right one. But anyway, so this type of a thing fits nicely. I keep it stocked at all times, but here's how you don't break the bank with storing and stocking all of your travel goods, is that when you're using something and you get to the bottom third, so you've used 2/3 of it up and you have 1/3 of it left, set that aside, and that goes in your travel gear so that you can use the remaining amount, as long as it's TSA friendly if you need to fly. If you're not flying, you don't have to worry about that as much. But you just use the last third when you travel. And then the good news is when you run out of the product, you pitch it, and then you have less things to carry home. So anytime I get to the bottom third of my toiletry, whatever it is, I usually try to set that aside, and I put that in my travel bin, and that goes with me in my travel bag. And then, like I said, I dispose of it on my trip, and then that helps maximize space on the way home. So it's an affordable way to do it, and the morning of your trip, you don't have to run around wondering if you have all of your supplies or if you forget something. I also have a separate blow dryer that I keep, and that is with my travel bag. It's always set together. But now that we have a lot of guests coming through our home, I actually will keep it in a place where when guests come, I will put it in where the guests stay, and they can always have a blow dryer handy. And so that's kind of a nice accommodation for them. And it also is using the extra blow dryer that I have. And then when my good blow dryer conks out someday, I will just use my old blow dryer and do the same cycle. So anyway, that's another tip, is using 2 blow dryers, always having one, if you use a blow dryer, always having one in your preparation space wherever you get ready, and then one with your travel bag or for your guests when they come stay at your house. So that is another travel hack that I like to do. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. One benefit of having my little Saint makeup always ready to go is that when I get low with my good stuff, it's all the same quality, but when I get low with my daily stuff, if I ever run out of anything, I have a backup just in case, which is super handy as well. So if you ever run out of your whatever, fill in the blank, you can always go to your travel bag to tide you over until you can get to the store to replace or replenish or order it online. I think that's about it. Oh, one thing that I do is, even though this bag, in my bag as well, it's nice and wipeable, it can get dirty very quickly. And so I double up. I like to use Ziploc baggies, and I know it can get expensive. I link these as well. I like the kind that has a little knob on the top, so I know it seals at the top. But if you're flying especially, but this can be for anything, it is not fun when you get to your destination and you're looking forward to having some time away and you've got hair gel all over everything and you have no hair gel to put on your hair while you're gone. And so I keep all of my toiletries organized according to whatever they are. So I keep my hair goods in one Ziploc. I push the air out of it so it doesn't take a lot of space, and then I put it in my bag. So the nice thing is it keeps my bag clean. Then when I get to my destination, I pull out whatever I need in my bag and then I put it back, and it keeps everything clean and it keeps everything tidy. So that's yet another little tip. I keep these little guys. But a new hack that I learned from somebody that I follow on Instagram is using these space saver bags. And these I haven't tried it yet, but I'm super excited about trying it, especially for flying, when you fly. And I just opened it and I can't believe how big it is. But it's just a big, like ginormous Ziploc bag, but it's a space saver bag. If you can see, it has like an air vent here. And what I'm gonna do is this will be in my suitcase, flat as can be, nothing in it when we travel to our destination, whenever that trip would be. And as you go, have everybody put their dirty clothes in this bag. So it keeps all of your dirty clothes organized and they don't contaminate your good clothes. And then when you're getting ready to close up your suitcase to get ready to go wherever, whether you're done or you're going to your next destination, you roll it up and you have your clothes in there and you roll it up and you roll out all of the air. And so as you roll it and you get the pressure out, it becomes a space saver. It's a space saver bag, so it will get really flat, very dense. It will get very wrinkly, but that's okay because you're gonna wash it anyway. And it keeps all of your things clean, and then it keeps all of your stuff organized so that when you get home, you don't have to sort through what's clean, what's not. It's all here. You just throw your bag in the laundry basket. You don't even have to worry about it because you know everything is in one tidy pile, and you can put all your other things away. And then the best thing is you can reuse it. So I was okay with spending a little bit of money up front to get a nice big bag like this. And even if it's too big, that's okay because you don't have to use all the space, but bigger is better because then you have space should you need it. But you can reuse it. So it's a one-time cost, and then you can use this over and over, especially if you have a family. This is ideal. So I would love to hear if you have any tips and tricks of how you like to travel, if there's anything that you do to make traveling easier. I'm always interested in learning new tips. And for my exciting news, oh, by the way, these are my fun bubblegum earrings. I've got them in several colors. Those are on my Etsy store. And let's see, I think that's probably all I have on today. All this stuff is, this was from 124 boutique I follow. If you look at my link tree, you can see how you can sign up and get a discount on your first purchase. And this is just old. I never throw jewelry out because I always love to bring it back and use it for fun stuff. So anyway, okay, so back to, if you look at Etsy, that is also on my webpage and it will take you directly there. But Etsy, my handle is all smushed together, Adorned by Jennifer. No spaces, Adorned by Jennifer on the Etsy page. But here's my exciting news, and it actually has to do with my Etsy page, is that last year I launched a new line of Christmas ornaments. One of the things that I have tried to do with my family is use holidays, if there's a purpose, a higher purpose in celebrating the holiday, to facilitate tools or design so that our family can use it to worship, especially if it's something around faith. And for Christmas, the true reason for Christmas is Jesus' birthday. And so we love to celebrate in our family. And this happened by accident. I can tell you the story in another episode. But I developed some Christmas ornaments that are the names of Jesus. And I made them for our church. Big, huge ones, ginormous. They're like 3 feet. They're really big. But I decorated the Christmas trees at church, and I had so many people ask me if I would make them for their homes. And so I did. And last year I came out with 2 different sizes. I have a petite size and a grande size. And I will show those to you in just a moment. But last year I rolled out 3 different trio sets. So each trio has 3 words that are names of Jesus. So there's one that's Jesus. Okay, I'm not going to try to tell you which ones they are because I might get them confused. But there's 3 of them, and there's 3 sets. They come in gold or they come in red. And then I'm announcing our new 2023 drum roll is 3 new trio. It's 3 new words for our new trio for 2023, and it's Savior, King of Kings, and Lord are the words to add to your collection. If you already have it, here's the super exciting news. Christmas in July, we are going to celebrate with something I've never done before. But if you buy 3 of the trio sets, then I will throw in the 4th trio set for free. So whichever trio set you need to get, if you buy 3 of them in the month of July of 2023, then you will get the 4th trio set for free. Whether it is petite or grande, you will get the matching to whatever you purchase. So make sure that you capitalize on this. These are also pre-order, so I don't have them in stock technically. I am going to wait to see what I receive for orders, and I'm going to produce them all together. So because Christmas is a little ways off, it will take, I have a little bit of wiggle room. It will take, I'm hoping not the full 8 to 10 weeks, but I do have 8 to 10 weeks on my website just to make sure that production goes smoothly and everything gets delivered well. But it will be to you well before Christmas, and I would love to help facilitate some worship in your home or your place of business or your church. In fact, also, something also new is that this year, for the first time ever, I am making them available in the big 3-foot-ish range for church stages. If you have a church and you would like to purchase them, those big ones are sold individually per word, and they are not trio sets, they are individual words, and there is a huge collection of different words you can order from. And so these are very large. Our church tree is a 12-foot tree, and so you can do it on your church tree. If you go to a church, you could sponsor them and gift them to the church if you would like, or it looks beautiful in a foyer, the church foyer, or even a place of business foyer, or if you own a business, it's a great conversation piece. And so it could be a fun way to introduce Jesus into your Christmas celebration. And especially for the home ones, the petite and the grande ones, are the ones that I am offering. If you buy 3 of the trio sets, so it would be 3 trios, that would be 9 ornaments total. I will throw in the extra 3 ornament sets, or the extra trio, so it would be a total of 12 names of Jesus for your tree. So let me know what you think about that, and I hope you have a great Christmas in July, and I look forward to celebrating Jesus with you every day of the year. Have a great one.